Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all latest news happening during the week of mobile and tech and answer your questions live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? Definitely has been a little bit since we've done a live stream. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I did want to take some today. Oh, we're having an echo. Is there still an echo? How about now? Is there an echo now? No, good now. Good now. But we lost the feed. Okay. Are we good now? Let me know. All right. Looks like we're good now. Sorry for the echo in the beginning. You know, always something with the audio. Now it's robot. Okay. Is no echo? Does it sound good? Give me a thumbs up if it sounds good, please. You have an echo. I do have an echo still. Okay, how about now? Let me know if it is good now. Still have an echo. Everyone's still saying thumbs down. All right. Why is there an echo? There shouldn't be an echo. Oh, wait, now everyone's saying it's good now. Okay. Everyone, thumbs up. Are we good now? Another great day in the audio issues of 2024. Okay, sounds better. Hopefully we're all good now. Don't change. Got it. Okay. We're here. We're good. We have solved the technical issues for now. Because, Jesus, I mean, this past, 2 months I've been having audio issues with this stuff. So, yeah. We got all thumbs up now. We're all good. All right. Let's keep going. Just because, yeah. Wow. All right. At least on XSplit. No, I think it was XSplit again, actually. But here we go. All right, let's get started on the news. And the first bit of news I want to just go over is all my thoughts on the Z Fold series, the Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, Galaxy Watch Ultra, the Buds Pro 3, and the Galaxy Ring. So let's get to all of them, answering some questions for you guys. I do want to let you know that I have ordered everything. So I have ordered absolutely every one of these products. The only one I have not yet ordered is the Galaxy Ring. But it's because they don't have my size. So I'm debating to get, a color that I don't want just for now, and then I'll return it for one that, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. But let's get started. By the way, if you are planning on buying any of these devices, if you do happen to use my links that I posted at the very beginning, if you want any of the links again, let me know. I can repost it. But I posted them all at the beginning for the Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, and Watch Ultra. Any of you, if you click those links, it will help me out a great deal. Support the channel and hopefully get more funds for buying all these products myself. So yeah, that should be fun. All right, now let's get started on some of the products. And if you have any questions about these, let me know. Okay, so first off, I just wanted to kind of go over the specs for each of these devices to really show how little or how much has actually changed over the past few years on these ones. So first, let's go over the Galaxy Fold 6 because that is the one that has changed the least out of all these devices. Wider display, so it is 6.3 instead of the 6.2 from before. In terms of brightness, it is also better at going up to 2600 peak nits brightness, whereas this one was 17 and I want to say this one was around 12. In terms of screen to body ratio, actually slightly down from the Z Fold 5 just because they are a little bit thicker bezels. And can't hear me? My audio. So on my feed, it looks good, but let me know how you guys are doing. And it's out again. You stuttered more than Final Fantasy 16. Dang. That's some lag. All right. Can you guys hear me or not? No? You're back. All right. How about this? Does this work? Audio input. Let me know if this works. Does this work? Let me know if this works. This is good. Okay, so what I tried to do is I muted the entire stream, but then turned on this mic. So this should not work, but apparently this works now. All right, this works. I don't know why this works, by the way, because it shouldn't. This is basically putting the mic as an input and turning my entire stream mic off. But this works, so why not? I will have to change one thing when I go back to me as the main screen. So if we lose me for a second, then that might be an issue. But it looks like everyone is saying this works. So hopefully... I need to go to OBS because apparently this is having a lot of issues. The only thing, I do apologize if there's a delay in my talking now, but hopefully overall there should be fine. At least you guys can hear me. All right. I don't know how much you heard start from the beginning of the Z Fold comparison. So the Z Fold 6 out of all the devices has had the worst stuff, basically. Has had the least amount of upgrades. So basically the biggest upgrade is the front screen, that it is wider and it should be better ergonomically then. And for the front screen, in terms of peak brightness, it's also brighter at 2600 versus 1750 and the 1200. So yeah, that's going to be it for the most part. And I do see that also it is a 6.3-inch front screen because, again, of it getting wider. So that is the biggest difference of this device. It's actually slightly smaller in screen to body ratio, and I think that's because the actual bezels have gotten slightly bigger compared to last gen since they're square-like now. So yeah. Other than that, RAM is the same in terms of processor. Obviously, we have a newer processor with a better GPU. Same battery, same charging, same wireless charging. All of that is the same for the last 3 years. In terms of the main cameras, they are also going to be the same across the board. So nothing has changed, unfortunately, in the camera department, which I was hoping at least we would have a better ultra wide or something like that, but it's all the same. Which really sucks when you think about this one, because this one is still has not been upgraded. So I really wish that was better. It has gotten lighter each year. It has gotten lighter. So Samsung believes that's what we want. It's not what we want, but you know, it's what they believe we want. And then it is the first one with a dust rating protection of 4, as the other ones were X before. So it's slightly better dust protection than we had before, because before it was 0 dust protection. Now the hinge keep out more dust, so it has a better dust rating as well. Other than that, that is going to be about it for everything. And of course, it is 19 instead of the 18, so it has gotten $100 more expensive, which I think is complete BS, to be honest. I don't think it should have been more expensive, but what I will say is you do have higher trade-ins right now. So if you are looking to buy the Z Fold 6, you get $1,200 for the Z Fold 5, which is the most trade-in value they have ever had for a baseline Z Fold trade-in. They've never been that high. $1,200 is really good. The Z Fold 4, which is the one I have, I did not buy the Z Fold. Well, I did buy the Z Fold 5. I returned it. The Z Fold 4 is going to give you $1,000 trade-in right now. So both of these are really good for the trade-in, and that kind of helps alleviate the ridiculous, $100 increase when nothing much was changed. So if you do want to get it, I don't know if it's really worth it between the Z Fold 5 and the Z Fold 6, other than a really good trade-in value. However, if you do have the Z Fold 4 to the Z Fold 6, I would say you are going to see a better overall performance and definitely better battery life because of the difference between the Snapdragon Gen 1 and the Snapdragon Gen 3. That is going to give you a much better battery life. Also, much brighter outside, so that is something really good too. Next, we're also going to talk about the Flip series, which does have a good amount of changes actually, and I'm definitely recommending it if you're on a Flip 4. I myself am actually going to upgrade my brother's Z Flip 4 to the Z Flip 6. My mom has Z Flip 5. I don't think she needs the biggest change, but I think it would be a good upgrade for him to have it. So again, if you have the Z Fold Flip 4, I think this is a really good time to upgrade. Now, let's go over the differences. So in terms of the screen, it's not that much of a difference in terms of screen to body ratio. Now this is going in the internal screen. It's going to be, for the most part, a little less compared to last year's model, actually, even. In terms of resolution and in terms of the front screen, it's about the same as the last front screen. So pretty much same across the board for this one. However, if you remember, the Z Flip 4 had a very small front screen. So again, well worth it for that purpose. In terms of the processor, again, we have an upgrade. RAM is the same. And the biggest is that, one, there was a big difference in battery life between these two because of the processor. The processor actually really helped out the Z Flip 5 have a better battery life. However, this one actually has a bigger battery now. So because of that, I will say that, yeah, this is a really worth it upgrade from the Flip 4 to the Flip 6 because of the much better battery life. That is something you can definitely see, and I think it's definitely going to be worth it. The other thing I will say is that it does have a better camera. It no longer has the 12 megapixel camera and to the megapixel camera, just like the Z Fold series did last year, and just like we have seen for a while in the S series as well. So it's definitely going to be good when it comes to that one. Overall, I will say that that is going to be the biggest difference that I do like to see, that we have a better camera. The reason why I also think that's really important is because this has to be considered, and this is what I think the title will be, the best vlogging camera for the price out there. Now this comes at $1,100, but the fact that you can see yourself and it's cheaper than other phones, and you know, if you're taking selfies all the time, you have a full 50 megapixel high quality camera taking all of your selfies and your videos. So this is something that is going to stand out, and I'm really going to tell it more for selfieing and vlogging to see what you guys think about it. In terms of the weight, I guess they haven't upgraded the weight, but I imagine that it's about the same because they really didn't change much of materials. And I will say that, again, it's IP48, so you do have that 4 in there for better dust resistance because of the new hinge on it. And other than that, yeah, it's $1,100 now. So it did go up $100. Is a little bit more worth it in that terms, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, and then we have the Galaxy Watch series. I am upset about some things about this watch, and we'll get to it. So first off, we have the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, and the Galaxy Watch Ultra. I currently have the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic. I have had the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. Here's the thing. If you do plan on buying these devices, buy them together and you won't even need to trade in. With my Galaxy Watch Ultra, I am not trading in my Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, which I was going to, but the discount actually got me $150 off when I bought it with the phone. So it actually saved me enough that I didn't need to trade in, and I was kind of okay with that. So yeah, definitely okay with all that kind of stuff. And let's keep everything nice in the chat room. Again, we have moderators. All right. let's go ahead and now take a look at the differences between these. So first off, on the Watch 5 Pro, we did keep it at 1.4. We did get bigger with the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, and we're keeping that screen size on the Ultra. However, okay, the biggest pro about this one is that it is a honestly great spec bump. With the new Exynos, it is much faster and going to be better, so really good when it comes to that. The fact that this one is such a much better processor, it really is just awesome for that purpose. It also has the storage at 32 gigs, which is great, and it gives us back the battery life we lost on that one, and which brings me to this should have 2 to 3 days battery life, no problem, especially with the new ultra like lightweight mode that it has, where the watch turns black and red always on instead of black and white always on. It's supposed to even be better for battery life, so it really comes to that. But the thing that I have to point out that I'm rather upset about isn't the price, which the price is the price is $650. Not a fan of that, obviously, the price increasing that much. That was, I want to say the last one was $600 to $550, depending on the time of year you got it. So the fact that it's now $650 is an upgrade. But here's my thing. There is no rotating bezel, physical rotating bezel, on the Galaxy Watch Ultra. That I find a bit infuriating, because the Watch 5 Pro didn't have it. Everyone was upset about it, so Samsung put it back on the Watch 6 Classic. And we do not have it on this one. Now, there is the not older, but less just lower quality touch bezel all around the watch, so you'll be able to go like this and spin it around because of the not mechanical one. But yeah, so really annoying when it comes to that one. I definitely would just say, like, if you want better battery life, faster one, I definitely think the watch is worth the upgrade for that purpose. But if you are a fan of the rotating bezel, you have to know that going in. You have to know that going in. All right. That is a bit on these three products. If you have any specific ones that you want to ask about, like the Buds Pro 3, which we'll get to in a second, or the Galaxy Watch 7, or anything else, let me know in the comment section and I'll get back to it after we finish up the news. Okay. Next bit is going to be a little bit on the S25 Ultra. So now getting into the next thing that's going to be announced, which will not be announced till January. But the S25 Ultra will be a little bit different from the S24 Ultra in that it's supposedly going to have a bit of a curve on the back so that the middle frame will be a little bit bigger compared to the front. Now, I have several theories on this. Ice Universe says that, it's probably because of Samsung wanting to have a bit better grip on the back and a bit more curvy to kind of fit with your hand better, especially for those who don't use cases. Definitely a possibility. Definitely could be, right? Possibility. The front will still be flat. So the front will be flat, but the back will be a little bit thicker. The audio is still going, but the desync, yeah, and I told you guys, because the sync is off compared to what I normally have it at. Yeah, I'm not going to try to mess with it right now. Okay, if it's bad, let me see. Yeah, I told you guys the sync was going to be off. All right, hopefully that is better now. Let me know. I had to. I had to mess with it. So hopefully now it's better. All right. But the reason why I think that it could be thicker on the back and flat on the front is because of the fact of this. I think we're going to get MagSafe, or not, sorry, MagSafe, Qi Wireless Charging 2.0, which is a copy of MagSafe. And what that means is this right here, when I do this, my S Pen doesn't work with the S24 Ultra. But it is going to be an issue on this phone, but maybe it won't be on the S25 Ultra. If they can make it thicker and have a distance enough away from the magnets to not mess up the S Pen, that could actually work just by making it slightly thicker and giving some more separation from them. Then it could work. So that's why I think it's actually going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, let me know if the syncing is better, by the way, because I did change the delay on it. So hopefully it is better now, but we'll have to wait and see. All right. And apparently, from early testers, the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro is a big upgrade when it comes to call quality. You know, I might not be the biggest fan of the stems. I myself right now is currently using the Beats Plus Pro. I've used the Jabra Elite 7s. I've used a lot of different headphones. I don't usually use headphones with the stems, but the stems are usually going to give better noise canceling. And that is the biggest thing, is that they're saying call quality on these are a lot better. So I'm very curious to see what we're going to get with that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But yeah, I think it's very curious how that is going to go. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. I think it could be better, and I just wish they made them all black. I wish they didn't make a white model at all. I really think they should have made silver and black and not made a white model, because they look too much like the AirPods in that sense. So I would have preferred that, but let me know what you guys think. All right. Now, this one was something that was missed, right? Because, you know, we all know how Apple's Vision Pro is turning out. It is basically not selling 100,000 a month for a few months now. And it is just kind of bam, like it is just fallen flat. They're trying to launch in other countries for, you know, to sell stock they have left over, but the Vision Pro is not doing anything. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see with those. But what is Samsung going to do about it? Because Samsung was originally going to launch their XR headset the beginning of the year so that they can announce it right before Apple's launch. Didn't happen. Then they were going to announce it with the foldables. Didn't happen. So now what's curious about this, of course, is, okay, when is it coming out? The announcement of the dev version of this headset is going to be October, when they have their developer conference. Now, this is going to be interesting because obviously they are calling it the developer version, which is the difference between Apple's Vision Pro. I said from the beginning Apple's Vision Pro would be a failure because of the fact that it was a developer version that wasn't actually meant for consumers. But consumers treated it like it, and Apple treated it like a consumer version, which is why it failed. So it'll be interesting to see what Samsung does with this. And apparently they are going to be using Google's technology for the XR that Google was developing. So that's good, because we want one software for all of Android. Make it simple and easy that way, Samsung. Good. Do not make your own. You don't need to. But I just don't think XR headsets are going to be the thing for a long time. I don't think the processors are where we need them to be, and the battery life is where we need them to be for them to be able to be a thing. I think they need to stick to AR and improving that technology. I think that is more important, because by the time AR is good, XR will be perfect. Like, AR is where I really want to see it shine more. I wish Google or Samsung would make something like the Meta Ray-Bans, and I think that would be the right direction. That is the way they should go in, instead of making an XR headset like the Vision Pro. I just do not think that is going to be good enough, but let me know what you think. All right. And then we go to the Pixel 9 Pro and Pixel 9. This is what the phones are going to look like. Apparently, they have a fingerprint resistant black to them, which is nice, but this is up close and personal, guys. What do you guys think in terms of the looks and style of it? I think that's a big, big camera bump. Like, I'm always like, why not just make the phone thicker and have a bigger battery, have a 2-day battery that everyone would go crazy over? But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. That is the Pro the Pro XL next to the Galaxy S24 Ultra, so you can see how big they are right next to each other. And yeah, that camera bump is still huge. 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 So we'll have to wait and see how they really go. All right, guys, now let's get to your questions. Try to... Hopefully everything should be good with the mic now that we transitioned, but let me know if there is any issues, and I can try to work on it, but hopefully this mic should be good now. Let me know if it's not. All right, let's get to any questions you guys have. I know we're talking about the football game also in the chat, but let's try to keep that at a minimum so we can just talk about, what everyone tech-wise wants to talk about as well. All right. Also makes it easier for me to find the questions. I basically need for basics, not hurry to upgrade. I'm looking for a watch that can tell water temp, open swimming. I believe since the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, they've been able to have, water lock. So you can take it swimming, no problem, and it's able to do all the basic stuff. But I'm not specific on temperature. I do not know if it specifically tells temperature. I would have to look into that a little bit more. By the way, if you guys asked any questions while I was having all these audio issues, please ask them again so I can get to the answers now. I'm ready to start. Good evening. What's going on with the Z Fold 6? I did pre-order. Why is the price so high? The build quality is a little different from the 5. Yeah, I don't think it should have been higher. I really don't. If anything, I think they should have priced it lower. But this is why it's honestly priced higher. Samsung isn't hitting their goals for foldables. They're not. They're just not hitting their goals for foldables. So this is what they're doing. They are charging more to appease the shareholders. That's basically it. It's no, conspiracy. It's not like, oh, well, Apple changed their pricing, we're going to change ours. Inflation, all this kind of... No. They're not meeting their goals. The phone they created was not good enough to meet their goals. They do not expect to sell an insane amount more compared to the 5. They did, opening launch, they did do a better job of launching. Actually, they have sold more for the launch so far, but besides saying in the first 24 hours, they don't even expect to sell 5 million more than last year's, which is what their goals were. So yeah, let's really talk about the fact that for the Z Fold 6, it's really going to be the fact that they need to actually have higher revenue so that they can go to the shareholders and be like, hey, this is why. So that's it. That's the reason why. It's no other thing than that. It's just that. No blame on the... It was just... It was getting more, and it was just more harder to get to the, questions. I don't care. It's fine, Rudy. Just use sign language. I was just trying to go through these chats and seeing if there's anything else. Let's see. Quite honestly, I don't miss the rotating bezel. Okay, so some people were fine with no rotating bezel. Let's see. Any videos coming for Prime Day you think watch bands, glass for watches would be on sale? I think a lot of things are going to be on sale. I do recommend anyone go ahead and check out, if you don't already have it, the Camel website. Sign up for an account and use the plugin for your web browser. And it's a great thing to have just so you can see, has it been that price for the last 9 days? If it has, maybe you shouldn't really do it. If it hasn't, then maybe go ahead and buy it. But one thing I definitely recommend, and I'll even show you guys mine. Just let me okay. So let me show you guys. So I have a bunch of stuff that I've created a shopping list for, right? So this is what I've done. I've created a shopping list of camera stuff I need, toys, maybe some cables that I could use, some clothes, again, more toys, stuff that I could use for the house, for my mom, and all kinds of stuff that, you know, just what kind of stuff needing, right? Some of these are older, so I can remove. Wow, that was like 2 houses ago. But yeah, so all of these things I'm checking out, right? I'm like, okay, let me check any of these out to see if they're on sale that day. And if they are, great. These are older too. There's some stuff that it's definitely older. But if there is things that I could want, you know, great. Then it's on sale and then I'll buy it. But if it's not, I'm hoping not to buy it. So this is what I recommend anyone to do. Make a list of anything you could possibly really want, right? Stuff I might add to this is like a green screen, or, you know, anything for cameras that I might need, anything for lenses that I might need, any batteries, all that kind of stuff. Have a list. And if that stuff goes on sale, then buy it. But if not, then don't. Unless it's on my list that I sent to you guys. So yeah, I will be doing a Prime Day video. And I'll just basically be going over the top 10 deals across all the sales. So that is going to be from Best Buy, Amazon, and possibly I'll do Newegg again. Just if whoever has the best deals, that's what I'm going to be looking at to see which ones are the best sales. So yeah. Best stem buds is the Anchor Pros. You know, Anchor's had so many that I haven't tested out now that I feel like so behind on Anchors. So yeah, I feel like I should check one of them out again soon. Oh yeah, I've been asking the question for a couple weeks. Sparking Zero hype, fellow Dragon Ball fans. Absolutely. I'm absolutely, you know, so hyped for Dragon Ball Z. I mean, Spark Zero, that is so... It's so nostalgic for anyone who's played the old school Dragon Ball Tenchai Budokai games. That yeah, I think it's just a lot of people are going to be into it for sure. Let's see. How did the dog react to the vacuum, by the way? My dog just kind of went away from the vacuum, so it's fine. And literally, that vacuum is pretty cool because it is pet-friendly mode. So if it sees the pet, it will go the other way as to not spook the pet. So it is really smart in that sense. I've never had a Galaxy Watch yet, but not having a rotating bezel sounds disappointing. It is for me. I love it. I really absolutely love the rotating bezel. I know not everyone does, but I for sure do. Let's see. Hey, Ricky, do you believe that the Google Fold 2 will outsell the Fold this year? No, because simply for the fact... Okay, so one good question could be, will it outsell it in the US? The Pixel Fold does not sell worldwide as much as the Z Fold 6 does. So by default, no, it doesn't have the distribution, so it won't. However, it just in the US, Pixel will have to come with it, man. Pixel will definitely have to come with it. And I'm here for it. As of right now, right, I buy a Pixel every year. I always buy a Pixel every single year. Right now, I am thinking that what'll end up my year is going to be a Ultra, right? Galaxy Z, or sorry, yeah, not the Z series. Hold on. Tight shorts. All right. The Galaxy Ultra 6 Ultra, not 6. Galaxy S24 Ultra, right? That'll be my Samsung phone at the end of the year. I do not think the Z Fold 6 that I replaced with this one will probably end up at the end of the year. But what I do think is going to happen is I'm going to have the S24 Ultra, and I'm going to replace this one with not a 9 Pro XL, but I think I'm going to replace it with a 9 Pro Fold. That's what I think is going to happen. But I'll have to wait and see. Here's why. As of what we're hearing right now, the Fold is not going to be a stepbrother, right? It's not going to be a secondary in terms of you get all the, you're the second child. You get all the back end stuff. You don't get the best camera. You don't get the best battery. It's actually apparently going to have almost everything across the board. Maybe not the same battery. It might have a less battery because of its design, right? But it really does look like, at least for now, that the Pixel Fold 2 or the Pixel 9 Pro Fold is going to be the same cameras as the 9 Pro. 9 Pro XL too. If that is true, then I do not see why I would get a 9 XL. I don't see why I would get it, because then I would just want a bigger screen, bigger battery, whatever, but there's not really a downside to getting the Fold then, other than the higher price, of course. But that's where I'm at right now. For me, I see, if I had to choose one foldable phone to buy this year, I don't know if it's the Z Fold 6. I think it might be the Pixel Fold. Now, there are certain things that I cannot deny Samsung does better with Folds. For one, just being able to move the screen back and forth is something that other foldables just can't do. So what do I mean by that? I mean that, let me see. Don't want to give away my location, but okay. So what do I mean by that? On other foldable devices, let's move this this way. So on other foldable devices, you can't do this. You can't do that. And it's a really, really annoying thing. Like, you can do half, and on some of them, you can do all the way to like 1/4 or 1/5 nonsense, and that's it. But you can't do finite movement. And that is something that I use a lot. So that is probably one of the biggest things that Google would need to fix, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. As of right now, that is what I think is going to be, the biggest challenge for a lot of people. All right. What's the best deal? The best deal right now is the Galaxy Watch 7 trade-in. Let me go ahead and see it. What is that trade-in looking like? Okay. Let's go ahead and see what this one is looking like. All right. For the Galaxy Watch 7, so we can get a 44-inch. You can get green or silver. That is interesting that it's green or silver instead of, so there's no black, it looks like. Fabric, sport. I guess between these, I would probably pick sport. The one thing that I really can't stand about these, actually, is that they don't have leather anymore. Like, I really like the leather more. Alright, if I want to trade in a watch... $250 for the 5. That's pretty nice. Wait, what? I'm getting more. I'm getting more for the Watch 5 Pro than I am for the 6 Classic. How does that make sense? I guess you could trade in your really old one. Like for my brother, he has the Watch 5 Pro, so he could trade into this one. But so what will that end up being? Oh, hold on. Didn't add it yet. No coverage. So yeah, it ends up being $80. Great. I mean, you could probably buy a Watch 5 Pro for less than $250 and make profit no matter what if you wanted it. I would probably say. I got the Galaxy Watch 7. Hold on a second. I got the Galaxy Watch 7 from the 5 and it was $50. So maybe because of the fact that if you got it when it was with your $50 additional discount, maybe that's why it was even cheaper. And I'll send the link if you guys do want to get the Galaxy Watch 7. All right. All right, guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it a night? Went over a little bit, but yeah. Also had the extra 50. Yeah, there you go. Sorry so much for all of the audio issues. I thought, you know, we could get over that by now, but it's still apparently a pain. It seems like this has fixed it, except for my sync is off, which is kind of interesting because my audio is going in and out. I could have been just far away from the mic. And I got 2 bands. You know, when I added the second band, it was trying to charge me for it. It was like it was as if I was getting too many discounts. But I did make the mistake of pre-ordering the first day. I swear, if you pre-order the first day, you're always going to have issues with Samsung. Nobody getting the Galaxy Ring. So I have, I am getting the Galaxy Ring. Unfortunately, on Samsung's website, it is out already, for every color. So let me see. Boom. So it is completely just sold out. So the alternative would be to get it from Best Buy. And I have been thinking audio is fine except the sync. Yeah, and I'll try to fix that. I'm not sure why, because I swear this should be the exact same what I normally have it at in terms of delay milliseconds. But I guess it's off further because of the way it's connected right now. So, yeah. Have to go ahead and figure that out. But you can buy the watch on the on here. Let me see. I have my watch thing. If I'm not mistaken, so I have this one, which I've loved so much, RingCon. If you haven't checked out the video for this one, go ahead and definitely check it out. but this one has been really great. Absolutely have loved it. It also has no subscription, and it's been tracking everything just fine. Like, I have no issues with it. And this is an 11, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I got an 11 size ring finger, but I did want to get it on my index finger. Samsung actually recommends the index finger, and you should get it on your index because they have a tap feature for your fingers. I would say probably 11.5 would be preferable for my index finger. It just feels a little bit better. And I could even do 12, and I think that would be perfectly, because you have to always account for these little divots that are inside. So like on this ring, sorry, there we go. On this one, you can see there's little divots inside, and those are the sensors that are going to help you. So for me, ideally, I would want to get the black titanium 12. The problem is that one isn't available. I could get the black titanium on 11, but it probably wouldn't fit the best for my index finger. I could also get in silver, and I would want to get the 12, but again, that one we don't know when it's shipping. So I'm going to decide probably tonight. I think I'm just going to go for an 11 titanium, and then maybe switch between fingers or switch between whatever and try to figure it out. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And so if you do want to get the Galaxy Ring, you actually want to get it at Best Buy. Oh, I just realized I wasn't showing you guys the screen. Sorry. So this one will ship on the release date. If I get to the 12 size, it's coming soon. If I get to the 12 size for the silver, it's also, pre-ordering, but they don't know when it's coming out. So yeah, that's all I was saying. So if you do want to get the Galaxy Ring, Best Buy is the best place to get it right now. All right. Anything else? Still got some soccer talk going on. Hey, Ricky, can you charge the Galaxy Watch, Ultra Watch on the back of your phone? No. It's because of the fact that the way the watch is positioned, it doesn't do it right. Apparently, the backing on the Watch Ultra is a bit different, so it won't stay. It's not that it can't. Technically, it can, but it won't stay still as this one did on the phone. So apparently, you just really can't do it. So yeah. No, I will keep the Green Lantern ring for sure. I bought the Ultra, traded in the 6 Classic. Ultra is too much for a watch. Yeah, I would say that too. Ring is what I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna get the ring. I've absolutely loved my Ring Con, so I would definitely. I love it. The main reason why people ask me, well, like, why would you get it both, right? I do like the new press feature for the Galaxy Ring is really cool, and I think that's going to be the sleeper hit of why most people buy it. But definitely for the sleep detection, this is much easier to sleep with than the watch, so that's the biggest reason I would say. Waiting for the Samsung belly ring. I don't think that'll detect really well. If get any Samsung product, I usually go to the Samsung Experience Store in Glendale. Why wait? That's definitely a good way to go. But you do usually get it shipped early to your house. So yeah, and sometimes you get it shipped early to the Glendale store too. But that's just one thing I would say. Ring would be cool if I had a mic or camera or a IR blaster. I would say I want like the Ring to have a scroll feature. I'm sure you guys have seen those. There's like have been some viral rings that are just like they scroll and they connect through Bluetooth to your phone, so they can scroll like if you're on a feed like Instagram or like TikTok or something like that. So I would rather have that cool to have that. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's everything, guys. Sorry again for all the issues in the beginning. Definitely did not think I thought we were over that, but you know, hopefully next week will be the first one without any issues. We'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. I'm not sure if it'll be a live stream for the Prime Day, but I will have a video come out that morning. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been RICKY. Down below. Also, follow us on social media at YouTube Tech Guy, and check out some more great tech videos on your screen